Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Life has picked up this pick. It just feels like it has to be
This
said.
game 2 time. Rare
I
Atom
do like
versus
the fact that they're
FPX.
kind of going for a little bit more lane prominence, but I do prefer having that game, you know, the guaranteed engagement.
I'm sorry I did this to you.
It's actually gonna blow. It's gonna really annoy me. But we are gonna see Milky Way no longer with Smite, but a 3-man flash knockup immediately onto Nio. They're trying to get him killed off on this one here. First blood goes over. Now Life's gonna be the one to trade it back on this one. A flash in. Care gets the CC down. They're gonna get a kill onto Assum as well, who couldn't flash over the wall. And I talked about how when you have the action available, FPX will seek it.
Not necessarily what he used to be. I think it's time to stop playing around with Vikla. Get Vikla together with Nayu, and maybe this is where you try to go bot lane or top lane. Oh,
Xiaolu, who should be getting away from this. Xiaoshu, what was that? It's all good, but that was a little bit of a mistake there from the top laner of RA. I think he
absolutely.
maybe...
And RA choose to use this timer where they know that Milky Way is going to be towards the top side of the map to try and put down, establish some vision towards the top side. Oh, you cannot walk there, Vikla.
Yeah, Vikla is going to have to maybe flash here, but as I'm saying this, on the bot side, Dokdam gets caught out. It's very, very difficult just having so many of those piercing arrows constantly coming in. Vikla will take a shot there onto Care, who flashes away, but he's immediately jumped on by absolutely everybody else. They're going to get the kill from there onto Kalista. Assum trying to just run away from this one as both TPs coming in from both top laners. The Eclipse is good, but is it good enough to take out Vikla? Yes, it is. They take out the jungler as well, and all out there onto Dokdam, who kept his flash from the last fight. Xiaolu, who does get away from the 2v1 in the mid lane, and they're going to be able to take out Xiaoshu as well. You would imagine he's going to be able to get one more, because K'Sante does K'Sante things. It ends up being a 3-for-2 in favor of able to single out a potential fight and go for someone to kind of fight them off this one. Speaking of fighting, we might have another one, a flash in, a flash away. Assum gets away from the first little bit of an engage as Xiaolu, who goes into dominance to try and keep himself alive. He flashes off as he does have an ignite ticking on him. His healing has just been reduced, and his life has been taken down to nothing. Vikla should be going down to one more auto attack, and Dokdam claims that one. It's a 1-for-1 trade, as most of these trades end up being. FPX, though, they would still have a fairly good flank here. They're going to look for a little bit more of the Tibbers still to come down. They will get the CCs buffered a little bit here by Xiaoshu as they look for a little bit more. They're still trying to go for this one here. Milky Way gets out of the fight, but the Alistair's not so lucky. Now Zora, last second, gets into the Fate's Call and shall keep his life for the moment. This is now Assum 4-1. It's a Jax versus Kalista setup right now. The Spirit Rush and Tibbers now back and available. Vikla looking for a bit of a flank off the side. Will be spotted by this ward, but he doesn't actually go past it, so he's just in the back of the pick. Xiaolu, who is walking around, does get charmed and a fair bit of damage onto him. The Q3 from the K'Sante does not hit Zora, taking a fair chunk, but he ate the stun and goes in with the Magnet Storm. Ooh. Now they're looking for another fight off the back of this one here. The Fate's Call is good, and Zora picks up a kill on the Dokdam. Now you can see the fight really happen off the backside of this one. Assum does finally go down, but the damage is already done. You've lost 4 on the side of FPX, and RA, they've come to play. They get themselves the dragon.
He gets a fantastic 5-man ult onto this fight. Now, of course, Assum right here tries to get in a little bit too deep and gets caught by the Renekton. I'm talking about it.
Yeah, we gotta go live because Life's been taken back to death, and now that's a quick little kill going back to RA. I will say you'll trade a kill for the tower on bot side, but do you look for a Baron contest? That's really the team fighting setup that you want, whereas on the side of RA, great team fight setup with Zora as well, which we have seen. And Care going for the Shurelya's Revelry as well, just looking for pure utility, enable the rest of his team to either get in or get out. That is the basis of what he's going for. Flashback for Dokdam as they look for a fight immediately here onto the Rel. Zora gonna go straight in on top of this one here. Will get the Fate's Call right at the backside of this one, and he will keep his life. Can't say the most for the side of the FPX report, but look at the damage. This is insane from the Crocodile. Xiaolu, who has taken this game into his own hands and just said, you are not gonna win this. We are still pushing. We are still able to fight these fights. This Renekton was disgusting in that team fight.
That was such a well-played fight from the side of FPX. the way they played the back and forth. I'm also going to explain what the replay plays right here, but very well played from them. They take both carries down from RA. There is a wild Cassante, however, in the jungle. Zola, who is pretty low in HP. You don't want to chance it. Don't worry about it. It's a 14.5 Cassante. It doesn't hurt that much.
You don't have the position for Asom. Vikla TP'd in the mid lane, but I don't know if they're going to be able to go for this one here. They still have plenty of HP available for FPX. They're going to look for a 5v4, 3,000, 2,000, looking for the steal, but I don't think they're going to be able to get it. That's Baron over to FPX. Another fantastic Tibbers for Care on the backside. Nayu was dealing with the cow, but you can't milk those because the milkman is in the Milky Way, and FPX are finally taking control of this game.
FPX are so good at capitalizing upon RA's movement on the map. They forced RA's finger by killing that Cassante later on. They ignored him.
Massive carry in the top side. Your Baron buff will run off at about minute's time, so you're not going to break open the base just yet. But this poke, he just has to back away, because if he gets any more poke, he's going to die. 4 and 8, you're at the real threshold of the amount of losses you can take. This feels like a bit of an overextension in terms of the poke you can get down there from FPX, and now they're without a big ultimate. We will see an engage coming in. They haven't fully committed to a death though yet. Life goes over into his ultimate as they get Zora out into the Fate's Call. Xiao Lahu gets caught out here by the Fate's Call on the rebound of this as well. Gets a lot of health back, and they trade back 1 for 1. It's a very split fight for the moment as the top laners look to try and disrupt the rest of the team fight. A flash away by Life means that he will not be caught out. The charm goes wide as we re-engage onto this fight. They're going to be able to get a little bit more damage down, and you can see it. Xiaoshu wants to make it work, but he trades 1 for 1. Jump back in. The charm, though, huge for the side of Vikla. He has no mana, though. He can't look back for a re-engage on the fight. A flash forward by Awesome, but he gets taken out before he can kill off the Varus. Milky Way still alive, but Vikla is on a
test and gave it over to FPX. Of course, this tower is also going to have a bounty on top of it, but RA have found themselves around, and Milky Way could end up dying.
Oh, he was doing so well, and then as soon as he jumped in, Vikla said, I have enough cooldown to make...
Kalista so beautifully jumped and hopped around the map, and as you can see on live, because of Vikla killing Milky Way, there is no jungler on the map for 54 seconds.
We'll lose about a minute or a minute and a half, to be perfectly honest, of this Baron buff as they tried to look for a quick contest. So for FPX, yes.
How about multiple Mikhail's blessings? Yeah. Let's build one on your top laner, your mid laner, your jungler. Just have like 4 or 5 of them. They're looking for Asom.
Asom, he has no flash, he's got no cleanse, and he's got no health bar. Where are you going to go? They're waiting for the Zora to come back out because he was in the Fate's Call, and he shall be taken out. That could be enough to send this game.
Make a huge play to try and survive this.
They're going to have to try and go for this one here, but they will get the base cracked open. The mid inhibitor will go down. FPX, do you go for the jugular? Do you go for the end of this game? It looks like the answer is yes. No minion wave in their way. They've got Tibbers, the tank up. They go forward with the flash stun. The Ahri's dead, and it's just the Cassante and the Zinzao to try and do this. Nayu and Xiaoshu left to defend. He will do it valiantly. He will give it all he can, but at the end of it all, it's all for naught. FPX will take game number 1 over RA and will go up in this series. From FPX, just a really solid standard composition, and if they can just get themselves onto the right target, cough, Asom, cough, they will just burn them down so quickly. Of course, we do see the Brand take the grubs pretty consistently, just because your AoE gets so much damage so quickly, and ooh, Care, yeah, missing that charm could lead to your doom, as Vikla gonna have to flash away. He'll get first blood. Wow. Nice start there for the mid laner of RA.
That is a fantastic start. Vikla solo killing Care, the MVP of game 1, and Nayu, he made the 180 degrees turn right here. Going for that dive towards his bot side. There is no flash.
There is no flash, but the flash to kind of go in on top of this one here. The hook is good, but Zora tanks up a little bit too much. It's a 1-for-1 trade as FPX do not get fully taken. Look, you pick these lanes, you pick these matchups specifically to kind of get that advantage, get yourself ahead, but they haven't been able to go for it just yet. A flash in to try and get light. He's so just so damn hard to kill. Duckdown doesn't have flash, but does have Ghost. A flash over the wall by Zora as he looks for a little bit more. Didn't quite keep themselves kind of nicely topped up. Zora is still sitting here. Will get charmed up straight away and almost certainly will be going down because he has no flash. Hits the wall with the Q and will be going down to Care, who picks that kill up for himself. A little lapse in judgment there for
completely disastrous for them. So they're just going to just do the same thing as they're always doing. They're going to push down that bot lane. They're just going to make sure that they have vision onto what's going on. But there is 2 dragons going over to the side of RA. And the next one in 5 minutes' time is going to be Soul Point for them.
Awesome.
Duckdown. Oh, no.
Yeah, Asim's probably going to die here. They get the CC to get him locked up. Duckdown just perfectly poised there. Now Nayu, yeah, he's going to have to flash away to contest this objective. So let's just kind of get this, you know, kind of bot lane in our priority now. Hook goes wide. Life does not have his quickness, so he'll be relying basically on his battle dance, as we do get a charm going wide again. They're going to put a lot of damage here onto the Ahri. And all the CC in the world does mean that you can't get out of that one as easily. Milky Way now going back in. They're going to trade a 1-for-1. Nayu now in a little bit of trouble. They're going to get a TP coming in as well. There's 2 TPs on this play. One a little bit behind. It's the Renekton as a Ghost comes in as well. They're going to try and get the CC down. Xiaoshu is in the dominant state and should be picking up a kill. That one goes over to Aso. While that's been happening.
Lapsing for RA, and for what? That's a 600 gold lead, which is going to close to pretty much even. Almost.
Right now, this is a close affair between these 2 sides. Here we go. They're going to go for another engage. The quickness to come in. Nayu does not quite get caught out just yet. They will get the double knock-up. There is not going to be a blast cone to get him out of there, and they're going to donate that one over to the Duckdown Foundation. Without a jungler, they're going to lose the rest.
Squishy members playing onto the side of FPX. If one charm lands, you could end up
make sure that Xiaoshu doesn't get his way back into this fight. There will be a charm going wide. As Zora throws out another Q. They're going to see that Xiaoshu is here, and they're going to jump straight in on top of him. They don't have a charm just yet. They're going to have enough CC, though. And immediately going into the Feather Storm means they're going to pick him up. That's a 4-0 Xayah for the side of FPX, and they can't fight this dragon anymore, all right. They have to back away. There's 2 big carries now on the side of FPX.
And he tried to use his empowered Q to get some HP back. Instant pressing R from Duckdown to not allow any health back onto this Renekton. Now, the longer this game goes, the more problematic it will be to actually reach the Xayah with this particular front line.
I don't know if that was the play. They will get the Fate's Call on the backside of this one here. There is a flash for Duckdown, and he will eventually get it off. And this is what I'm saying, like, they're still putting everything on top of him, but now after the fact, can you survive the rest of the fight? That is the question. Zora will go down eventually. Now they're looking for another charm onto Asa, but Asa's been left kind of untouched in this. He will be able to get resets. He will be able to get more damage. And it's a 2-for-2 trade for the moment. Xiaoshu getting that kill onto Duckdown was huge to make sure that RA could sustain in this fight.
Dip your toes into many different types of compositions and Cs, if you will. But right here, RA have tried 2 compositions. It's working pretty well in forward. He's going to melt to all the damage that RA have. The point is, can you take Dragon and get out, RA?
Can they get Dragon and can they get out? They got one of those done, but Zora gets caught out, has to use the Fate's Call to keep him safe. Do you look for a re-engage here?
They wanted to fall onto, and RA walk in and walk out with the Dragon Soul Point for them right now. And they do have pretty good control of the map. Care?
Oh, that's just unfortunate. If you miss the charm, you will not get the kill.
Care, he's not going to be making it anytime soon. Life might get caught by Xiaoshu right here.
I mean, they're going to be able to burn down the Baron. He's just playing distraction. He doesn't need to go for a full fight. He can just make sure that they get the Baron secured. Mid lane will get confirmed here, and there will be no re-engage.
Very soon. Gain that level 16 onto the ultimate is going to be huge. He's been tearing apart the map. And this is why we were talking about how important having Void Grabs is. Zora getting caught.
Zora getting caught, but now Milky Way has to use the Crescent Guard. Life taking so much damage, but he's got the Guardian, not quite able enough to keep him safe. And that means that you're going to be coming into this top side. Just keep on pushing. Vikla 3 levels ahead of Care right now. And it just feels like all these engages onto the Nautilus are just not really the priority. It has to purely be going in on top of the Tristana. But now Milky Way forced to flash away. Vikla pushing.
However, because they already have 3 dragons for themselves, they can choose to pick their fights according to whether they have vision, whether they have the setup. Right now, there is no map setup towards that dragon, towards the bot side of the map. So they need to make sure they push that mid lane wave and try to establish some vision. Milky Way.
Milky Way does get a bit of damage onto him. Shallow, who now the far target, because he has not got enough tanky stats to keep him going. He's going to jump onto Vikla, but I think Vikla's going to be able to take him out. They're trying to see if they can kill off Xiaoshu as he jumps back onto the backside. One more auto attack will kill him, and it's a trade though. 3 for 1. But look at this damage. This Vikla Tristana is going and popping off. It won't be a penta, but it will be a quadra, and that's going to be the game. RA are still in this series.
Carries staring down your towers. They are pinging the next
Vikla.
30 seconds to Xiaolahu, 10 seconds onto Milky Way as well. Wave for his team.
I think you double TP here as RA. There's already minions kind of pushed up. They will get killed off just on the last second. I thought they were going to maybe look for a double TP, but now the Dragon down to about 2,000, 3,000 secured. FPX will get that. Will they go for a fight after the fact? That is the question. Zora taking so much damage. Has to go into the Fate's Call. That's another bit of AoE bringing out from the Brand. They're going to go look back in. Zora tries to re-engage and immediately gets taken out, punished for his indiscretion. Look for the Baron. 20 seconds until this, and they've got a TP to come back in here as well.
Yeah, that is very scary. They need to use actually the Renekton right now, but Vikla is a little bit too far forward. He doesn't have flash.
Vikla is very far forward. He gets CC, but they haven't got the damage to put onto him. It's Xiaoshu who keeps him alive. Now they move forward onto him. Vikla does not feel fear, though. He knows he can make this one work. Duckdown goes up into the ultimate. Needs to pull back the feathers if he can, but he's just a little too late. And Vikla baits everybody in. RA will secure themselves a win, and we will be going to 3.
4 and 8. They need this win. They're literally underwater. They need to breathe. And that was a very, very, very well-deserved victory for the side of RA.
He's still going to be picked.
And
still
now
very powerful.
we will have
Aurelian
game 3
Spare.
between
Aurelian
Rare
Soul
Item
for
and
Care.
FPX.
Okay, I have a really, really funny video where I lose my absolute mind. He's also on his way down bot, still level 1 for RA's bot lane. I'm looking at Vikla. Are you going to pull the TP? Still level 1 for Awesome.
Yeah, they're going to get the knock up here. It's already done and dusted. The Ghost gets picked up here for Duckdown just in case. Zora, he might still be in a little bit of trouble. There's the TP, and that's actually going to be the Awesome TPs. They don't know exactly that's coming in, but they got
He must have lost some XP, yeah.
Yeah, he definitely lost XP because he got it almost immediately afterwards, as we see now. Another engage to this top side. Will they go to the side of Nayu picking that one up? He does have flash, but it's Xiaoshu kind of here first. Milky Way will flash over the wall. Q does not land. Shallahu has popped the Ghost, and they go back in. Nayu now on the wrong side of this one as he flashes away. You think Xiaoshu might have to do just the same. No, they've kind of kept each other in a 2v2. No one's going for this one. This is a straight duo combination. Do they get the execute damage? They do not, but they will trade it back 1 for 1. Both top laners picking up those kills. Do Xiaoshu feel like he can go for this with the Red Bull? Slows got caught between the minions there from Life, but not able to go for it. Now it's a 3v3, and they don't have full vision of this. They're going to see if they can get over the wall. There's going to be a flash over potentially for this charm, but they're going to get Milky Way straight away. No way Life can really get out of this, so he's going to have to try and turn and burn for the fight, but I don't think he's going to get out with his life. And that is 2 kills easily picked up here for Vikla.
Very easily killed the Aurelion Soul. Now, if you spotted what has happened a few seconds ago, Vikla just walked into these chickens.
Oh, the chicken's there. Care gonna drop down the sky, try to get over the wall, not quite able to do it, and now the Tam Ken just found the Lee Sin, spit him back out, deliver him onto a silver platter. He will not be able to get the charm down onto Milky Way though. Zora doesn't need to do anything else other than keep life away. Equalizer gonna do basically nothing. RA are slapping FPX around right now, still pushing onto Life, who might be forced to use his flash. He will be. While that was happening, a 1v1 between the AD carries, and FPX gets some kind of a positive play. Now we can see the Descending Dark coming in, try to see if he can get some more damage down onto this AD carry. Duckdown does flash away.
For themselves, a bunch of spells are going to miss right here for the set of RA, but it doesn't matter. They have the numbers advantage, and they'll keep chasing. Let's see what happened in the bowling, because I'm assuming there was a chain of corruption that hit right here. There is no cleanse onto us, and he has opted to go towards that. That I would request right now would be like, hey, how much has Vikla spent in the river compared to his mid lane? But Sword, hold on this thought, because Xiaoshu's in the bot lane.
Yep, Xiaoshu's here. He TP'd in, and that's going to be a kill over to you, either imagine the Smolder or the Aatrox. Aatrox takes that one there, but while that's happening, you're getting the 3 confirmed for RA. Now you can defend this tower as well, and I mean, RA are outplaying FPX on the map. They're going to be able to try and commit here onto Xiaoshu as well. The TP down bot lane means that there's going to be no care in the world given. he should be able to be taken out here pretty damn easily. There's going to be enough to get him to the all out. He's going to get charmed in just underneath the tower. Another little bit of damage, and the flash over is perfect. Atsum did die on the bot side, but it just seemed to be kind of par for the course. RA make a play around the map, and Atsum dies.
Absolutely, but at least Scare replies with something, right? They Mad Cat Zora there as well, the equalizer.
Huge moment there for FPX. They needed more plays like that. They needed...
Here's the silver lining. No matter how far behind Smolder does end up going, getting that exit aid, if a charm lands onto this rumble, you are literally toast. You are going and probably Ari builds it straight into that death gap, as much raw damage as you can. And let's see if Vikla can catch anyone off guard.
Oh, he does miss the charm, but that does force the flash there out of the rumble. I will say the rumble flash, not the most prominent.
He's dead!
But when you use all of your mobility, you will not
that was a little bit of a Sentinel moment. We said how important it is to set up these...
Overestimate the consequences here for RA as they look for a little bit more. The skies will descend and force a flash out of Nayu. They're turning back on the Vikla. He's kicked back, but he has enough stacks here to make sure he can get out of this alive. He's getting slowed down. Sonic Wave will not land, but you can see there, Doctor, he wants to get him one arrow to the heart of RA, and he needs a couple more. The hail comes down. The TPs are in. They're going to get fire right into the Devour, but they're going to try and see if they can turn us on the Dockdown. They will get him. Zora will be trained back as they try to turn their focus onto the Aatrox. No, they get everybody else. The Smolder can climb up the backside of this, but I'm a bigger dragon, says Care, and that is just FPX in
out. Because if you do take the chance on the tower, you're dead.
Oh, I thought he was going to get a full circle and bring it back, but now Chain of Corruption down, the skies can descend, and Smolder is dead. Charm does land on the Dockdown, but he's going to be the next target, so both AD carries already dead in this fight. The Devour has to be used on Nayu to keep him alive. The knockback doesn't work, but the all-out does. Nayu is the target for the moment. They are going to be able to jump on the light, but he flashes away. Care is the next target here for Xiaoshu, but this K'Sante is doing K'Sante things, and that is a triple kill for Xiao Hu. It is going to be the full fight going over to the side of FPX. They'll get the mid turret, they'll get the dragon, they'll get the soul, and you gotta feel like they're going to be taking this series as well.
Absolutely, and remember, solo frontline for the side of FPX. Zora is just gonna get close enough to just see the soul sort of wither away toward the side.
I really don't see how you're going to be able to kind of jump on this and get that kind of damage outside here for the side of Rare Adam. And now the game starts to get a little harder, even more harder, because you're now going to have to deal with the Lee Sin, who flash kicks the Vi away. Nayu does have a flash, and there is a time catch with a heal, but he's already gone down. They're burning him down. Look at this Aurelian Soul, just constantly screaming at him. Two kills.
Far ahead in the early game. One misstep, one shutdown, one
been nothing more than a hindrance for them, because they have to avoid all interactions with this Aurelian Soul, with this, you know, with the try and go for this. They're trying to make sure they can still get stacks onto Atsum, but he's just not in a position to be, you know, pushing for this at all. He's going to have to be. There's going to be a nice zoning W coming out here from Care as he looks to try and crack open this base. A flash from Zora, as he knows if he dies, that's basically it for his team. He can't save anybody. You cannot devour yourself. There's a Smolder ult, but it did basically. I just don't see how you can contest it. They're going to push in mid-late wave. They've got top pushing for them. They've got bot pushing for them. There's just no reason for FPX to kind of play that. Oh, dear. Oh, Vikla. He goes forward on the ult. I don't know why he did that. Maybe he thought he was going to be able to try and fight this with the Chain of Corruption, but there, the sky descends, and Atsum is the next target. They're throwing everything in the kitchen sink at him. It's isolated. It's clinical. It's clean from the side of FPX, and they are going to get themselves up to 2-1. They are going to 10-4, and they are pushing themselves to a potential top 4 finish.
Absolutely, and Kara's having so much fun in this game, just hovering around the map onto this Aurelian, only 11-1-6. You thought he was the kind of mid laner that, you know, typically in solo queue, you ping them, you're like, hey, enemy mid laner has